has social media had in these elections?
I think it has to do with the times that we live in right now. This is our world has become a digital world, and whether you like it or not, you cannot live without digital media. And I think that's one of the reasons why we have seen so many political parties taking to social media to campaign. It's such a powerful media. For instance, we've had yesterday. The IEC say that no political party can campaign after 12 midnight. While they are not campaigning out there and
they're definitely campaigning on social media.
Of course, they're still trying to lure people to vote for them online.
That's so interesting. We should actually pose that question to the IEC. How are you policing campaigning on social media? We'll definitely pose that to them. But here's the question. If you're a political party and you are trending on Twitter, does that mean that you have more votes because of that? Or is it just something that means that people are curious about you?
Okay. I'll answer your question like this. Does it mean you have more votes? No, it does not mean that. Does it help? It depends what you're trending about. Trending on its own, it gives you publicity, and the more your message gets to the people, the better. But I mean, if you get into you're attracting a lot of people for wrong reasons, so it could also do a lot of harm to your brand as well.
We've got on the screen some of the selfies that have been posted on Twitter. I know that I've posted a thumb selfie as well to say that I was a part of this process. But if you look at the number of people that have posted on social media which party they voted for and all of that, how important is that to the political parties?
I'm not sure what you say to the political parties, because I think most of them are actually just doing it for themselves. It's about status, just to say, hey, look, I voted. And I think that's what it's more all about. To actually, it's something to brag about, and we're going to see more of those people bragging, especially with the results coming through now. Those people that have actually went out to cast their votes are going to come back and say, you know what, look at how my party is performing. And so I'm saying, what I'm saying is that we're going to see more and more people coming to social media to actually brag about all these issues.
Now, just looking at the picture on the screen right now, where Vince says, I made my mark on election day, and he's very proud. A lot of people doing that. If those are your followers as a political party leader, and people are following you in their numbers, and you can see the marks on their thumbs, can you safely assume that you can use the numbers of your followers that have voted and hope that it's going to translate into what we'll see on the leaderboard behind us?
I think first you need to find out if you are the only party that they are following online, because I mean most of them are just follow. You'd find that one person is following about 10 parties just to know who's saying what's going on, and just to keep abreast with whatever is going on.
So the number of followers that a political party leader has is not necessarily a reflection of the number of people that support him or her.
I think if the number of people filling a stadium does not translate into votes, those pictures into Facebook could be misleading. If you want to say we've seen so many pictures, it means my followers have voted for me. I think it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Like that. But when it comes to the social media or digital media age, what kind of challenges are we faced with in this age, particularly relating to the voting process?
I think some of the challenges, firstly, I think it has to do with the IEC regulations. IEC has come out to say that no pictures should be taken within the voting booth. You cannot take a picture of a marked ballot. So those are some of the challenges, and especially the repercussions after that. Because I think the IEC is taking this matter very, very seriously. DJ's Boo did it today. and he's been trending on. He's been one of the people that have been trending on Twitter. A lot of people
because he took a selfie in the booth.
Yes, a lot of people wanting to know what is the IEC going to do about that.
Oh, I'm loving what's on the screen right now. The Born Frees going out to vote. Nomalungelo also posted this for us, and there's about 5 of them all showing their mark. I mean, if we look at that, what it says to somebody like me is that the Born Frees actually did go out to vote. Maybe not in the numbers that we were expecting, but we should celebrate that.
Sure, of course. I've had some comments coming through saying that while most of them did register, there seems to be they're not pitching up to cast their ballots. But well, if you go onto the SABC elections website later on, the moment that the results start coming through, we will be able to make projections and see who voted where and all that kind of information.
If you look at what's on the screen right now, our number one citizen, President Jacob Zuma, casting his vote at Ndolane Primary School this morning. And if you look at the number of political party leaders that went bright and early to go and cast their votes and posted on their Twitter lines pictures of themselves voting, what kind of impact do you think that kind of picture has had on potential voters? Can we say that somebody at home who is surfing the net and comes across a picture like that on Twitter or on Facebook would be encouraged in any way to go out and vote? Or do they look at that and say, oh, well, whatever?
Of course. I think one of the best things that one can do is not to lead by word, but by actions. And I think when I'm sitting there and I see a leader who's been going all over the country saying, on 7 May, come out and cast your vote, support our party. If I see a picture of that particular leader 7 o'clock in the morning, having woken up and gone to a voting station to cast a vote, I think it's inspiring. Yes, I think it sends a very good message to voters.
I tell you, Sipho, what I loved is what we've got next. Snaking queues, people standing in very long queues, reminiscent of what we saw in '94. Maybe not to that large extent, but quite good pictures of people braving the cold, some standing there as early as 2 a.m. If you were to surf through and look at pictures that were posted online, which political party would you say used social media to the best of their advantage?
Looking at that online, I would say a couple of them. The ANC, they've been very much present online. The DA, they've also been very much present online. And also Bantu Holomisa, he's been very present on Twitter, keeping interacting, and I think that's very important. All these other parties, you see, they come online and just to update their supporters about their events and stuff like that. But with regard to Bantu Holomisa, we've seen him come online and actually interact with his voters and debate issues with them, which I found very, very interesting. And I think at the end of the day, one can be converted into voting for a particular party just because of those interactions.
Here's the other thing that has happened today. South Africa got a doodle. It was the first time I was hearing of it. I didn't even know what it was. On Google. Explain to us what that is.
It was interesting, and it was nice to be recognized by Google. But basically, it recognizes the special day in South Africa, and also if you click on the doodle, you land onto a page that has all the links about elections coverage in the country. So yes, nice. You'll have all your websites in the country that are covering covering the elections, and if you'll also see how the world is actually interested in these elections.
Happening in South Africa.
Yes.
Now, but going back to those political parties, what kind of issues have come up? What are they posting about, these political party leaders? Is it, I went to vote today, I'm having breakfast now, I'm watching to see if I'm going to win? Is it that kind of thing? Or are there robust issues being discussed with the followers? What's going on there?
Today, it's been a little bit quiet. It was about them actually saying, we have voted, go out and cast your vote, make a difference. There were no serious issues being put out there, which I thought perhaps they actually missed an opportunity to kind of take an advantage, a last-minute advantage, to get more voters to vote for them.
All right. Well, it's absolutely fascinating, particularly looking at some of the activity that's happening on social media. Thank you so much for your insights. Sipho Kekana is an editor of SABC Digital News, talking us through what's happening on social media. If you still want to go and vote,